Hi, this is Bridget with Life on Spectrum, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit in this episode about my biggest regret. Now, remember, I'm not only just a teacher or an advocate or a consultant or whatever the case may be, but I'm primarily and most importantly a mom. And I do have regrets bringing up my son on the spectrum. And one of the biggest things that I regret the most is in education. You have to remember my son is quite older now, and we were coming up through the ranks before autism was a quote unquote, accepted in general education. So we were one of the first ones in our area, and I kept pushing academics, and I kept saying, he can do this, and that's why, with his aid and his para or whatever the case may be. But one thing that they kept asking me, are you sure about? And I kept saying, nope, he doesn't need it. Was two classes in high school, and one of them was a social skills class, and was almost like a basic occupational skills class, or like a transition class, to get basic work skills. That is my biggest regret now, looking back on his education, is that I never put him in those two classes. And this is the reason why. I kept thinking that if he was placed in those classes, he would have this stigmatism. Well, you know what? He already had that stigmatism. I was the one that didn't want him to be in a quote unquote special ed class. And I'm a special education teacher. That is like the biggest faux pas of my life, I think, is that I didn't think my son belonged in there. Well, I regret it, because it's actually taken him a while to get those job skills that he needed. He actually did go to disability college, which I think I shared with you before. And then he actually had to work with OVR, the Office of Vocational Rehabilitation, on some of those job skills, because he wasn't quite sure how to work on a job or how to act on the job. He could say hello, he could say all those basics, because we drilled it into his head all those years. But those basic things on the job, he didn't really know. He didn't know when to take a break or how to take a break. He didn't know if he had to ask for it to go to the bathroom or if he could just go. Those are things that I didn't think of. So that was my biggest regret, and that includes being a social skills class. There are many social skills classes out there in high schools nowadays that might have a social skills program. Yes, I took him to social groups and things like that in our community, where he was allowed to, I allowed him to do it in like a 6-week group at school. But that social skills class could have given him the opportunity of being close to those 8 or 9 other students. And he could have had more opportunities to have more friendships and actually grow those skills. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully it makes you think about maybe, just maybe, your son or daughter should take a social skills class, or even a basic occupational skills / transition class in high school. Thanks a lot, and I'm Bridget with Life on Spectrum. Thanks for watching that episode, and make sure you come back and join us again for upcoming videos. They'll be uploaded almost on a daily basis. Also, if you really enjoyed us, like us below, or even leave a comment for us to respond back to. And if for all of you that are really involved in the Life on Spectrum, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate you. We hope that this is worthwhile for you, and we'll see you next time on Life on Spectrum.